What's up, YouTube? Carlos, Contracts and Coffee. Thanks for your attention, first and foremost. I got a lot of questions about what you should do prior to, you're going through the testing, you're going to get your license, you know that for sure. What should you have day one? What do you need to have? So I'm going to attack it two different ways. I'm going to go financially first. So if somebody tells you you're going to get into real estate, you're going to sign with the brokerage, and the next day you're going to close the deal, they're lying. That's not going to happen. Unless you've had a deal in the works and somebody's been working it for you, and they're going to switch the name at closing because it's your first day. I can tell you right now, that's not going to happen. That's just not likely. So you're going to start day one, and you're going to have likely very few leads unless you join a team and they pay for leads, or unless you've already been contacting the people that you know and telling them you're an agent and you have some appointments lined up. On average, a home will take 45 to 60 days to close. On average. The market's hot and homes are flying off the shelves. Well, you know who doesn't give a shit about that? Underwriters. Underwriters don't care that the homes are flying off the shelves because they have a process that they have to go through to be compliant with the banking system. And they're going to go through that process. So every time they have to ask for another piece of paper from your clients and they have to submit it, their file goes from top of the list to the bottom of the list, like that. And then the underwriter will get back to their file as time goes by. So unless you come with a cash offer that's quite different, that's still gonna take some time to close, but that's a whole lot different. It's gonna take time. So you need to have money saved up. You have to. You absolutely have to. Unless you live somewhere rent-free, you got no bills, and you're going to eat, hell, I don't know what you're going to eat unless somebody cooks for you. You need to have some money saved up. I would say look at your expenses. See what it takes for you to survive for 3 months. I mean survive like not Netflix and go out to eat every single day, like survive, just the bare minimum. If you have a family, you need to take into account as well. What is it going to take for you to survive? And have that money set aside, whether that's 3 months, 2 months. I would say at a minimum 2 months. That way, one, you're not having to stress every single day. Oh my God, I have to close the deal. Oh my God, I have to get there. You don't have that stress. And if you don't have that stress, you're going to perform better. Yeah, you want to go out there and hustle and get it and chase down leads and knock on doors and tell everybody and their mom that you're an agent. You still need to do that. But you won't have that stress just on your shoulders like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to eat? How am I going to pay my light bill? How am I going to pay rent? Am I going to get evicted? You won't have that stress. So you need to have some money saved up, right? If anybody tells you you can jump in and you're going to cash a commission check day one, you're fucking lying. Don't listen to them. Now, on the leasing side, let's say you join a brokerage and you're going to do leasing. Leasing, you will make money faster, but it's baby checks, small checks, a couple $100, And even then, with some brokerages, if you secure a lease for them, they won't pay you until your tenant that you secured has paid a full month's rent. And they may not move in immediately. If they're pre-leasing and it's August and they don't move in until December, you don't get paid till December, maybe even January. There are a few brokerages, the one that I worked at for about 6 months, they will pay you upon the execution of lease. So you get the client, you show them the property, they like it, they apply, they get approved, they sign the lease, you get paid after that. That's still about a week-long process depending on how fast the people are at the brokerage. It's all in their hands. Once you secure the client and they apply, you pretty much take a back seat. They're going to apply, they're going to run through their whole process, they're going to do credit checks and criminal checks and background checks and all kinds of checks and all that stuff. You just got to wait. So you need to have money saved up. I cannot stress that enough. So that's one thing I would say. Second thing is you're going through the process of getting a license. You need to start looking at brokerages. Which brokerage are you going to choose? I'm not going to get too much into that. I'm going to do a separate video on brokerages and what you should look for as a baby agent. But I would say the biggest takeaway from this video would be you need to look at your expenses and you need to know and have a serious talk with either your spouse or your whomever and figure out what you need to survive, because you're not going to get paid immediately. That first commission check is probably going to take about 3 months to get there unless you're on the leasing side, and it may get there in about a week or two. But again, just remember the leasing side is baby money. You're going to get a percentage of their first month's rent one time. That's it. You're done. So if it's $1,000, usually the percentage is 25%, so you're gonna get 250 bucks. That doesn't go very far. That pays a bill, that may pay 2 bills. So just keep that in the back of your mind. The worst thing you can do is jump in as an agent up to your eyeballs in debt, got no money in the bank, because you're going to fail. I'm not gonna say you're gonna fail, but you're gonna have so much goddamn stress on you, you're not gonna know what to do. And a lot of your beginning time as an agent is training, classes, courses, learning the environment and the culture of your brokerage. And yeah, you're going to be getting out there, making contacts, knocking on doors, speaking to every single person that will listen to you and letting them know you're an agent. You still have to get clients. You're still going to have to get buyers. You're still going to have to get sellers. These things take time. They do take time. If anybody tells you you're going to walk in day one with a pocket full of buyers and a pocket full of sellers, I'd just be cautious with that. Unless you, like I said, unless you've been talking to people and letting them know, hey, I'm going to be an agent, I'm going to be an agent, I'm going to be an agent, and you've been top of mind with them, well, then yeah, you may walk in day one with some buyers and some sellers. I don't know. But that's kind of depending on you and how you've been going through this process and who you've talked to up to that point. So I'm going to stop it there. My next video is likely going to be on the difference of leasing versus being on the buying, selling, and investing side. And then I'm going to kind of build that out. I also want to do a video on brokerages and which one you should look at. I'm with Keller Williams, so I'm going to speak highly of them because that's who I'm with. But there's hundreds of brokerages to choose from, and Keller may not be for you. You may need to go to EXP or Century 21 or Remax or whomever. But it'll be a whole nother video on that kind of stuff. So thanks for your attention. You guys have an awesome day. Peace.